So dear students, today we are going to start the new topic that is called the relays. As we know that relays plays very important role in the production circuits. We know that once a circuit breaker operates, it means the relay is the heart of the circuit breaker. Once we give an actuating signal to a relay gets energized. This will attack the plunger of the circuit breaker so that the circuit breaker of the contacts will be closed or will be opened. So it means we know that the relay is very important for a part of the production system. So we must know in production system what are the various types of relays and how they are applied in the production system and how they are operating or at what fundamental principle the relays are operating. So first of all we should know that what are relays. Relays are electrical switches that open or close another circuit under certain conditions. These are called the relays. One circuit or the actual relay which has been shown here. So this overall assembly of this relay, this is the coil, solenoid coil of the relay, and these are the operating contacts of the relay. So once give the supply, these are the input terminals of the relay. Once you give the input supply to these two terminals, the supply will be extended to this relay coil, and relay coil gets energized. That will attack the plunger so that these contacts will be opened or will be closed. So this is the real picture of the relay. Now we will discuss next that how the relay will operate. It means what is the operating principle of the relay and what are the various types of relays. So what is the purpose of relay? We should also know that what is the purpose of relay. The purpose of relay is to isolate controlling circuit from control circuit. Next is the control high voltage system with a low voltage. Third is control high current system with low current. And last is it controls the application of logic functions. So these are the various purpose of relays. Now we call this electromagnetic relays. There are electromagnetic relays. We must know that what are the types of electromagnetic relays and what are the applications. So they work on the following two main operating principles. Electromagnetic relays works on the main two operating principles. First is the electromagnetic attraction and second is the electromagnetic induction. Both the relays are operating at their own fundamental principle and the both operating principles are different. We will study one by one each of the relay fundamental operation in the coming lecture. So what are the electromagnetic attraction relays? The electromagnetic attraction relays are classified as a attracted armature type relay. Second is the solenoid type relay, and third is the balanced beam type relay. Similarly, we classify the induction relays or electromagnetic induction. Relays which are operating on the induction principle, these are called the induction relays. So they are classified in two types. First one is the induction type overcurrent relay, that is called the non-direction relay, and second is the induction cup relay, that is called the directional relay. Here we should know or we must understand that what are the non-directional relay and what are the directional relays. Non-directional relays means relay will not follow any direction of flow of power or current. However, in case of directional relay, they operate at fundamental principle. They sense the power is reversed or it is going in normal direction. So based on the reverse power flow, the directional relay will operate. Now, the classification and construction of relays. Further, we can classify the relay, that is, the production relays can be primarily classified in accordance with their construction, the actuating signal, and application and function. So there are various situations on which we can further define the classification and construction of relays. Let us say first we will define the according to the construction principle. So depending upon the principle of construction, the following four broad categories are found. What are those? First is the electromechanical, second is the solid state, third is the microprocessor based, and fourth one is the numerical based. These are according to the construction principle. These relays operates according to the construction principle. Now, we'll define the relays which operate according to the actuating signals. So, the actuating signals may be one of the following signals, including a numbers of different combinations of these signals, depending upon whether the designed relay requires a single or multiple inputs for its realization. So depending upon the number of inputs and its realization, we classify the relays according to the actuating signal. So what are the realization or number of, or the depending upon the inputs? They are the current, voltage, power, frequency, temperature, pressure, speed, and many others. So these are the various inputs based on which relay is realized, and they operate according to the actuating signal. Now, based on the functions also we classify relays. So, the functions for which the production system is designed classify the relays in the following few categories. What are the few categories? It is first one is the directional over current, second is the distance, third is the over voltage, next is the differential, next is the reverse power, and the last many others. So let us discuss the electromechanical relays. So what are the electromechanical relays? These relays are constructed with electrical, magnetic and mechanical components and have an operating coil and various contacts and are very robust and reliable. These relays are very robust and reliable, and they have had different components, mechanical components, electrical components, like that. And based on the construction characteristics, these are classified in three groups. So what are the three groups? First is the electromechanical relays. So what are these relays? These relays are constructed with electrical, magnetic and mechanical components and also have an operating coil, various contacts, and very robust and reliable. Based on the construction characteristics, these are classified in three groups. that is attraction relays. So what are the attraction relays? The attraction relays can be AC or DC. It means either they can operate on the AC supply or DC supply and operate by the moment of piece of iron when it is attracted by the magnetic field produced by a coil. As in starting, I have shown a relay where a coil is placed inside the relay, and once relay develops a magnetic field, then a plunger is attracted by the relay. So there are two main types of relays, the attracted armature type and second is the solenoid type. So we will discuss here the attracted armature relays. This relay consists of a bar or a plate made of iron that pivots when it is attracted towards the coil. And next, the armature carries the moving part of the contact, which is closed or opened according to the design when the armature is attracted to the coil. So this is how the attracted armature relays operates. Now this is the circuit diagram of the attracted armature type relays. So what is relay? We see here, this is a coil of this attracted armature relay and this is a plunger, and this plunger and these are the contacts. These are the contacts. These contacts are pulled up by this spring, and this spring is fixed at the top. Now these are the movable contacts. These two contacts are the movable contacts and these two contacts are the fixed contacts, and these are the output side of this relay. So from here we give the signal to trip circuit. From here the output is given to the trip circuit, and this is the spring, and these are the two terminals of the coil where we supply voltage or current. So what will happen? Once we supply a current to this coil will become magnetized, and this will pull down this plunger against the spring force. Now in normal condition, these contacts will not remain close to this fixed contact because of the spring force. Now since spring is pulling these contacts away from this fixed contact, so they will not remain closed. Now as soon as we supply a current to this coil, the coil gets magnetized and it will develop a magnetic field, so that the plunger of the relay will be attracted towards the coil and these two contacts will become closed. As soon as these two contacts will become closed, then from these two terminals the actuating signal or the command signal will be extended to the production device, that may be a trip circuit or a restraint circuit. That is how the attracted armature type relays operates. Same thing he is telling that these have a coil are electromagnetic energized by a coil. The coil is energized by operating quantity like a voltage or current. So under normal conditions, the coil cannot attack the plunger due to spring force, but under fault condition the fault current increases, so armature or plunger gets attracted to cool the contacts. Same thing I have explained here with the help of this circuit diagram. This is a circuit diagram. This is a printed circuit diagram of this relay. But at the starting, we have shown an actual real relay that is also operating on the same fundamental principle. So, how this attached armature type relay operates? These are some fundamental equations which has been given here, because we must know what is the operating principle. So the electromagnetic force developed on a moving element is proportional to square of the flux in air gap. If saturation is neglected, the force will be proportional to I square, because we are defining that the electromagnetic force developed on a moving element is proportional to the square of the flux in air gap. So in saturation, if you neglect the force, then proportionally it will be proportional to the I square. So this force can be defined as K1 I square minus K2. What is F? F is the net force developed, K1 is the constant, and K2 is the restraining force including friction. From where restraining force is coming? A restraining force is coming from the spring side. And what is I? I is the current in the relay coil which is flowing. So when relay is on a verge of operation, it means when relay is going to operate, then we can write here the K1 I square will be equals to K2, because net force will become 0. So from this equation we can write that K1 I square equals to K2, or we can define the current I is equals to root square of K2 by K1, that is a constant quantity. So it means this operation of this attached armature type fundamental relay is based on some fixed current value or some fixed constant current value. That's why I is equal to square root of K2 by K1. So what are the advantages of this attached armature type relay? First is relay responses to both AC or DC inputs, and torque is proportional to I square. And second is light moving parts, small length of travel of armature or plunger in air gap. Therefore, relays are fast in operation. These are the advantages of attracted armature type relays. And next is, these relays are instantaneous, but operating time varies with the current. See characteristics, we will see in next slide the characteristics of the relay. And the operating time and resetting time can be adjusted by adjusting the air gap. So relays can be made slow operating relay. It means the operating time of the relay can be adjusted by adjusting the air gap. If we are able to adjust the air gap of the relay, then we can adjust the operating time of these type of relays. So this is how the fundamental or the governing equation of this detected armature type relays. Now this is the operating characteristics of the relays. So what it says that for the overcurrent protection applications is, what are the applications of this detected armature type relays? That it can be applied for the overcurrent protection. Next is the differential protection. Third is the auxiliary relays, and fourth is the definite time lag over current and for earth fall protection. So what we see from this characteristics of the relays? This is the operating time and this is the current. So what it indicates that if we increase the current, it means if value of current is increasing, then operating time will be getting lesser. From this curve, it indicates that if we increase the operating magnitude of the operating current, then operating time will be reduced, and if we decrease the operating current, then operating time will increase. So based on this operating characteristics, this attracted armature type relays operates. So this was overall about the relays. We have learned the classification of relays based on the electromagnetic attraction, that is attracted armature type relays, and based on the electromagnetic induction. And after that, we have discussed the operation of electromagnetic attraction relays, that is their operating characteristics and the fundamental governing equation. For next induction type relays, we will discuss in the next class. So this is overall about this lecture. Thank you.